So Arcana then?
If you think it might be a magical effect, your character would probably roll Arcana.
Mhm.
Okay. Ugh, it's a good thing I'm getting the hyper action.
Probably magic. You're not sure what kind.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
probably
It
magic.
it was alright a minute ago.
Gotta be magic.
But,
How
like,
else would that happen? You think to
That's
yourself?
pretty good.
Mm.
I just go, wizards.
It's probably
Nice.
powered by fairies.
Cave wizards.
Did you actively
As
see
he's
any?
probably also a little confused.
I am quite confused, but that is my normal state.
Did you actively see anybody casting magic at the direction of the fabric billowing in the wind?
I didn't catch that. No.
So
I would like to make a history check to see if I've ever seen anything like this on the surface level.
Sure.
It's literally just a fucking sailboat. I spent
We're
too
gonna
much time in
get
the
better.
woods, baby.
As a
We're gonna get
furbolg
better,
that
guys.
lives in the woods and nowhere near the shore or even any sort of large pocket of civilization, no, you've never seen anything like this before.
That is
Very
truly
good.
incredible magic. It doesn't even require somebody to cast it in the direction of the fabric.
just gonna lean
Yeah,
forward
it's
a
weird.
little. Chagall,
Yes, Ozzy?
where
Or
the fuck are we?
Ozzy? Varen? Ozzy?
Yeah, Ozzy. Yeah.
Ozzy.
Yep.
Oh, well, this is the fantastic Dark Lake of the Underdark.
No, I got that, but like, we just left with the fish people.
Yes, well, you see,
I look
With-
around. Why is there only one now?
we have exerted the energy of the other one, so he joined the Sea Mother. And thanks to Mog's incredible ingenuity and physical effort, we were able to expedite the trip to get to where we are now. We also met a dragon on the way here. He was quite friendly after we almost got killed by him. Yeah, that's about. I mean, that is really the gist of it. If we're
Okay.
doing Cliff Notes version.
Well,
Guys,
really,
look-
Chagall healed the dragon so that he didn't try to. He was about to murder us.
Yes, I did actually think I was going to die there. I did make a snap decision that I was possibly going to die from that.
I
but-
nearly
we-
died.
We met. I hold up the charm or the police badge from the blue dragon, and I was like, "What is this?"
That is a symbol of the blue dragon. It is to symbolize that we have a second dragon to make teammates with as we attempt to free
Okay.
the Underdark.
So we should show that to everyone we meet, then, yeah?
No.
No.
Because you
No, no,
see,
no.
the two dragons are like brothers or cousins or something. But
Uh-huh.
that other dragon, if he sees this symbol, is going to get really mad in the current state that he's in, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Okay.
So we need
What
to
did
hold
you-
off. We need to heal this other dragon because he's under
What
the
do you
assumption
mean
that
by
every
heal?
well, when one's mind comes in contact with a demon lord in such a
Oh.
way, they get a little off-centered, Ozzy. If
I tilt my head and I go, I get it.
think you might
And
know about that.
and after one exposure, there is ability to cure one's mind with a spell, but when it gets to such a level where you've been exposed to,
You know, they say there are exceptional cases for everything.
yes, especially when you touch an angel's wing over and over and over and over and
No,
over.
it was a bunch of angels, Strigal, a bunch.
Yes, I believe you touched 8 different angels in a row.
Yes.
I got around. So, are
Anyway.
we going to go and just announce ourselves?
Yeah, we're carrying this huge fish. We're gonna bring it to the market, make some money,
Holy
and buy some other
shit,
stuff.
that's a big fish.
Grab Bob.
This bad boy's got so much fish in it. Slaps the roof of fish.
This bad boy's got so much stew right in it.
Are we? How long ago did we catch that fish?
That was like yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah,
Did we
it's
do anything
fresh.
to preserve it? It looks like it's just hanging on the side of a boat.
Yeah, it's super fresh, right out of the water.
Yesterday.
Technically true.
So it's been hanging on the side of a boat for a day?
I need you to focus. This is not. We're not actually selling the fish.
Oh. Okay. Well, I just meant like don't clerics know a spell for preserving the dead so that in case they need to get help later for them or something?
Most clerics do indeed. Although my focus has changed
Oh.
over the last,
You know, that's fair. If you can't help us right then and there, you probably can't help us at all.
Um, well, in the current state, in the current state of this economy, I would have to wait. I would have
In
to
this
focus
economy.
for 3 days to be able to change out the abilities that I have. So.
Yeah, I'm just
See.
gonna like.
In this economy.
I'm gonna cast cantrip and try and make the fish smell better with druidcraft and make it smell like fresh fish and just like see if that helps even a little. Like, see, it's fine.
I can keep it cool with chill touch. That's how that spell
It's
works.
not
Feels
rots
great.
immediately.
It's definitely smelling a little bit fishy.
We're
For
doing
sure.
great, guys.
I do not have the spell equipped to postpone one's death.
It's not visibly decaying yet.
Perfect.
That's good.
You
We'll
might
get
be
in.
able to pass it off as fresh
Very good.
with a
Very
good
good.
enough roll of the old deception.
Okay.
Yeah, when we get close, I'll give someone the old boost of charisma and get our way in.
Okay. You guys want to set off then?
Yeah.
It's not warm, but it's definitely not like freezing. I would say it's like 50 something degrees. Like it's cold. It's kind of like an oceany temperature. Okay. Yeah, but fish still decay in the ocean. So we are going to say you guys hop back on the boats, and Click Schlobo is going to make some squishy noises as he like points forward. And he seems to be saying something about your destination. Can't know what he's saying without tongues, of course, but
I will
Here we are.
cast tongues.
Okay,
as I
with a
know,
cast
as
of-
I know how much you like to roleplay the.
as you
shall
cast
cast
tongues, you do indeed determine. Click Schlobo is telling you that you are almost to the city of the Beard Evils. He says, and he tells you to watch up ahead, and he says you will see evil glow, very soon. Evil glow and evil smoke. He says.
I will recite that to the team.
Okay.
Man, I wish this dude was smarter.
All right.
Guess we'll be
So,
ready.
After several more hours of navigation, as you're looking straight ahead, you do indeed glimpse a bright orange glow on the horizon, sharply contrasting the rest of the Underdark, which is generally, as it would imply, dark without any bioluminescence around. It is a glowing bastion of light in the darkness. And indeed, as you get even closer, you can hear the faint sound of metallic ringing echoing out over the waters. And it sounds like the rhythmic pounding of hammers on anvils. And even at this distance, as you're getting closer and closer, you can feel the cold air of the Dark Lake getting warmer. And at this distance, you can see that there is a large dock here with a whole bunch of piers that are made out of zirkwood, stone, and other mined and masoned rocks from the Underdark. And so you guys are on approach to the city here.
I'm gonna do Eagle's Splendor on Chagall.
Alright, you cast Eagle Splendor.
Actually, I'm gonna upcast it and also cast it on Azzy.
Yes.
Cool.
Thanks.
Alright, and as your boat approaches the city of the Grey Dwarves, the first thing that you notice beyond all of the lights and the sounds is that the entire top of the cavern near here is just completely blanketed with a thick black smoke. And the city just has thick pillars of smoke just rising up all over the place. that are contributing to this dark haze, and it's kind of like rolling out of the city onto the water. And the air is becoming acrid, and you can already feel it kind of getting more difficult to breathe as you approach the city.
What
all the
color dragon
buildings-
was it that we had, Mog?
Blue.
There's two.
Well, yeah, the blue, but what about the other one?
A red one.
Oh, red.
Oh,
Which
the
is
dragon that
said
is
to be-
where the
Yeah.
one
yeah,
where
and
yeah.
those are said to be the most prideful.
Thembrahard, Thembrahade,
Mm.
Thembra something.
Timberchod.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Jesse. I definitely
that's what I said.
interrupted your description.
That's okay. I am gonna need a perception check from the group here.
Okay.
Ooh.
Not been rolling great so far. 11.
Ah, we. All right. Well,
Wow, good
Chagall
thing we got
rolled.
Chagall.
Chagall rolled good. And as everybody is kind of distracted and dazzled by the magnificence of the city, Chagall does indeed see in the distance a massive red dragon soars just above the tops of the buildings.
No shit.
And you watch as it just kind of like disappears around the side of a large, stout-looking tower as it soars downward out of your field of view.
I will like start like, you know, when you like aggressively punch somebody's shoulder
Mhm.
to get their attention when you're really focusing on something and they're just not paying attention at all. I'm going to do that to everybody and like trace the dragon's path.
By the time anyone pays attention to Chagall and looks where he's pointing, it is gone.
Hey man,
You
quit
son of
hitting
a
me.
bitch! I just saw the fucking dragon.
So you saw it though.
You
Yes.
saw it.
Okay.
You're
So
sure.
that means that it flies around openly here.
Yes,
like,
but
without worry.
it was landing somewhere as well.
Okay.
What
we
section
must
of the
not
city
let
was
them
it
know our
landing in?
plan.
I'm going to go on to describe the spot that I saw it
Okay.
landing into.
Would that look like north or?
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah,
I
we
feel
just
like we
told
would,
them.
I feel like we
We're
would
to-
have. Yeah.
We're here to
Right.
brain heal a red dragon, and
Yeah.
we're servants of a blue dragon now, and
Yes.
we're not supposed to tell it that we're servants of the blue dragon. Probably
Nailed
any.
it.
Right.
I mean,
Perfect.
they're all probably servants of
all
this red
the
dragon.
above.
Or
Tell nothing.
Yeah.
oh, is that the case? They're not serving the red dragon. Oh, so the dragon probably thinks that they're serving it, but they're really taking advantage of its presence or something like that.
Yes, that's basically the gist of it. That's
Yeah,
why
that's
they're
what we
taking
came up with.
advantage of this poor beast, and we must save him. Not only did we
mean-
save the environment from those other things, but now it's an animal crusade that we're on. A beast
Yes.
crusade.
We are super righteous in
Dragons
this
are super
instance.
smart. I don't know if Beast Crusade is.
Well,
Yeah,
But
and
okay.
we can
Okay.
get 2 dragons on our side if this works.
Now, see that I'm all for.
if we can get 2 dragons on our side for this demon lord incursion, that is 2 more dragons than we had three weeks ago.
My boy's
Yeah.
good at math. hmm
Yeah, Jim Jar taught me how to count money, and I was practicing while everybody was sleeping. And I also
Nah,
had to practice the amount of times I kissed on your foreheads. I had to count them out.
You do what?
And what a half-proud teacher I am.
Ugh.
All
Stop
right.
kissing my forehead.
I've kept you alive this long. I will never
Missed
stop.
one of their
kissing
games,
you.
Mike.
It's tradition.
When the kisses stop, the life forces stop as well.
Take all
my
his
God.
kill.
You can't get taken back with word of recall unless you get kissed on the forehead.
You have to be
pay
touching the other
forehead
person to
kiss
transport them. So, what more
These all
intimate way to
shook our
touch
heads.
somebody is there than a forehead kiss?
So funny. So good.
All right. Well, you can see the architecture of the city here is mostly comprised of stout stone buildings, but they
That's
do
cool.
paint an impressive silhouette against the distant cave wall, which is kind of outlined in bright flickering shadows from the lights of the forge fires that burn in almost every single window. And you realize that almost every building seems to be some sort of blacksmith or have some sort of smithy present inside. And it seems everybody here, just out of principle, works with metal in some way, shape, form, or capacity.
You
Really don't
that
like
seems
it.
like a bad economy style. If everyone's making swords, how could they be valuable at all? There's just a massive supply of swords everywhere you go.
In the
I
city.
don't know. Maybe we'll have to see how it works once we get in there, but that seems like a weird idea to me.
Oh, trust me, it works, says Jim Jarrett. There's a lot of money in this city.
Well,
And he
you
rubs
see,
his
Alright.
fingers
this
together.
is what happens. One person gets stabbed, and then they say, "Oh, I want to protect myself. How do I get one of those swords that beat that other sword?" And then it starts from there.
And I guess they're not just selling to the people in this city, right?
Oh,
They
no,
gotta
hell
be
no.
selling to somebody else too.
Gracklestug
all
swords
making
go all
swords.
over the world. You can find them in every corner if they run.
Oh, well, holy shit! This place?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
We would
you
really
do
fuck the
see-
world up if we did the thing here.
You do see, Azzy, that this city is massive. This is a
Interesting.
big city.
Interesting.
And it is kind of like known amongst the Underdark that Gracklestug is considered, besides Gauntlgrim and Menzoberranzan, to be one of the largest bastions of civilization in all of the Underdark.
Wow.
So
Holy
you're
cow.
basically in what is tied for the second largest city in the Underdark at this
Do we
point.
know like a vague population count, like 100K, 500K, couple mil?
Do you want the book number or do you want a realistic figure?
You give us a realistic figure. Let's go with that.
I would say that there's probably somewhere between 100 and 200,000 people in the city.
Okay. God dang.
Yeah, Wizards of the Coast is infamously bad at estimating population sizes. The book number
Okay.
is 12,000.
Ah, yes, a small burb is the fifth, is the second largest city.
Right.
Okay. In the world, but underworld. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
500K or 200K is probably closer to the truth, at least.
Yeah, I'd say you're in like a mini Chicago. You could think of it
Maybe
as.
Chicago,
Yeah.
where everyone has swords instead of guns.
Right.
Oh my god, that's too on the nose, man.
Chicago, you say? We should do the thing here,
Is
and
the
then
south side of the Dark Leg?
we can rename
It is.
this. We can rename this place Chicago.
Chicago.
Nice. I love it. Let's do that.
All
Yeah,
right.
we're gonna walk right up, yeah?
Well, we'll rename the crater that's left Chicago.
All right, so as you roll in off
Come
of
on,
Lake
goblins.
Superior, I mean the Dark Lake, you approach the docks, and to your slight surprise, but not overwhelming surprise, there is a cadre of very heavily armored-looking gray dwarves that are standing on the edge of the pier that you're sailing up to. And it seems that the scouts of the city have noticed your barge's approach. And as you get closer and closer, it's very apparent that they're here to greet you. And one of them steps forward, and you can see that he's wearing a stout helmet, and there's just like a long gray beard just coming out from underneath it. And he calls out in a gravelly voice, "State your name and business." And he is speaking Dwarvish, so only people that speak Dwarvish would understand him.
I got no idea.
I will cast tongues again.
Okay.
I'm standing in the back of the boat.
I didn't understand him the first time, so I will cast tongues and then say, "Would you?" Oh, thank you very much, Cum. Did he say business or names and business?
He said, "State your names and your business."
Well, we are known as the Seeds of Nightmare, and we are here to check what your bazaars have to offer and hopefully sell this big giant fish that we just caught.
So a couple of the armored dwarves are gonna look at each other, and you hear some chuckling as they gossip, and you hear some mutterings of their conversation. You hear them say, "Is that an elf?" And another one laughs at that. And the dwarf that you were talking to, he kind of like laughs a little bit. He takes off his helmet, and you can see that his skin is paler and gray, just like all of the Duragars. He tucks his helmet underneath his arm, and he just shakes his head at your boat. And he goes, "I ought to send you lot to the slave pens, but since I find your ruse to be amusing, Why don't you tell me what it is you have that's worth your freedom?
Well, we do have, again, like I said, we want to see the bazaar, so we do have some coin to spend. But
Do
we
you
also
now?
have this big old fish here, as you can see. And I will point in the direction of the fish that I'm sure that somebody is presenting.
Why don't you come a little closer, boy? Let me have a look at what you've got. And if I like it, maybe I could overlook you being here.
Like the fish? You want to look at the fish?
He beckons you to come closer.
Can
and,
I push Crumb in the back?
As that happens, Jim Jar's kind of gonna go, "This is weird, man. Durgar don't do this."
Yeah, I thought they were super honorable.
Yeah, they are.
They're
This is
talking
super
about taking
weird.
a bribe.
Yeah.
Can I insight check the guards and see if they remind me basically of what I imagine Russian soldiers to be at this point?
You could definitely inside check.
Slav squatting and shit. $18.
With an 18, you can see the dwarf that you're speaking to is definitely looking a little smug and superior, and he seems very confident in himself. But you definitely notice some of the other dwarves when he starts talking about asking what you have. They look a little uncomfortable. You can see them kind of shifting their feet. A couple of them glance to each other warily. Seems they're not entirely on board with the situation.
We really are in Chicago.
Hmm.
And
Well-
this is the bad cop.
Well, we can play a game. Crumb, Ozzy, would you mind helping me bring the fish up a little bit more?
Of course. I start to untie the fish.
I say
Crumb, would you help me untie this fish?
I say Crumb because I can't physically carry that fish with just Ozzy.
It's twice as long as
when-
I am.
When this Durgar sees the fish, his eyes go wide and he goes, "Oh my lord! Did you catch that in the dark lake?"
The mighty Crumb caught it himself with his bare, well, not his bare hands, but he did catch it.
More or less. It's like a super rod.
It's the trainer fishing rod from
Yeah.
Pokemon.
In one piece.
You talked to the right fisherman, and he gave you the super rod.
He's gonna look down at it and he's gonna mutter to himself and he's gonna say, in Dwarvish, he's gonna say, "Oh, I bet I could get me a couple dozen gold for that at the market." All right, travelers. I'll forget that you lied and said who you said you were. You give me that fish, you guys land, and me and my boys will pretend we never saw you. How does that sound?
Wait. I just want to catch up on one thing that you just said. If I don't mean to cut you off, Crumb, but what do you pretend that we are who we are?
The seeds of nightmare. Everybody knows that they're up in Menzo Berenzin trying to cause some kind of slave rebellion or something. There's no way you'd be down here.
Is that the rumor that we had that we were causing a slave rebellion
may have
in
gotten
Menzo
out
Berenzin?
That's
Well,
ridiculous.
yeah,
may
the
have
Drow
gotten out
emissary
after we-
sailed in just the other day, and he said that there's some group causing a ruckus. He was asking for help from the king.
Well,
Says that there's been slaves leaving the city in droves.
that's quite interesting, actually.
Well, they're a nation of slavers, so
Yeah, this is a slaver culture.
Well, surely that means that there's more slaves heading this way for you to capture, no?
That's what I'm thinking. If the slaves be
Well-
escaping, they gotta come somewhere else. Oh,
Well,
and who happens upon my shores but a gaggle of outsiders? Coincidence?
Well, then surely we have done you all a favor by causing such a ruckus, as we are who we claim to be.
Why don't you make a persuasion check?
At
You-
advantage with
yes,
legal
you have-
splendor.
Yes.
I don't know anything about that spell.
Only the best spell in the game.
24.
24 is pretty good, and he's gonna look at you and squint a little bit, and he's gonna look at the rest of your group. He's gonna see two tieflings. He's gonna see a dwarf with like very heavy armor, and he's gonna see a deep gnome that's wearing what appears to be very expensive clothes and jewelry, and he's gonna like pale a little bit more, even though he's already pretty pale, and go, "Oh, I see.
Can I do like a little dance for him? I
Yeah.
want to do like just like
Awesome.
a quick little like huzzah, just to like try to ease his nerves a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
I love that. Yeah. At the end, like if
He's a gray
as
dwarf.
you pound your
He's
last
dwarf
foot in
size.
your step, I want to cast thaumaturgy and just do a tiny puff of smoke out of my hand right at you.
All right, so you're fine with a performance check, Jesse?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. If you want to dance, you can dance.
It's at
You can
advantage
dance
as
if you
well.
want to.
That's a dirty 20.
I think
With a dirty
performance should have
20, you do a
advantage.
little jig and you flourish,
Oh,
and
I-
Mog does a poof.
I do have advantage. Hang on.
Yeah, roll better because my poof is super helpful.
Well, a dirty 20 is what it is.
Still good.
Still pretty
Still good.
good, and the dwarf seems even more uncomfortable. And, one of the dwarves from behind him says something to him in Dwarvish, and those that understand would go, Gorglak, I think they are who they say they are. We should probably tell Captain Blackskull about this. And Gorglak
Oh, fuck.
is going to kind of shake himself out of stupor and go, right. Seeds of Nightmare. You could forget about everything that just happened on the dock, right?
It would
No
be
harm, no foul.
Now let me inquire you. What would your business be if we came in to here? Are we like, is there somebody who's looking for us? Like, what's going on here?
Well, not strictly looking for you per se, but like my compatriot here was saying, I'm sure that Captain Blackskull would love to speak with you.
In like a good positive way, or like a negative, like he hates us way?
He kind of scratches the back of his head and he goes, you'd have to talk to the captain. I don't really know why exactly she wants to speak with you, but there is a standing order to ask you to come with us.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, with the 24, poor Gorglak seems like a boy who was caught with his hand in the cookie jar. And he is very nervous about his interaction with you because he realizes he just tried to shake down 6 people that could probably turn him into a pile of bones.
Well, surely if the rest of our days go well here, then perhaps we can forget one mere minor moment that happened in the grand scheme of things. You know what I'm saying?
Right, of course. And what would you say you would need to have a good experience in our city?
Well, again, as stated before, we would like to see the bazaar and sell this fish, as it will be dated at some point in the near future. And I think, I cannot speak for the entirety of the group here, but I think a formal conversation with the individual who seeks our attention could be arranged.
Tell him we want to talk to the king.
Yes, the king himself. We would like, you know,
Oh,
if that's the person who you said was looking for us. So,
well, no, King Steel Shadow, well, I don't rightly speak for him, but I mean, if you presented yourself at the holds, then perhaps he would see you. I can't say, but if you want to go to the bazaar, the Blade Bazaar is just down the docks that way. And he points over there. He turns to some of his guards. He goes, "Boys, a wagon for the Seeds of Nightmare to carry their fish."
Nice.
Chagall, they're being so accommodating.
yes, can I try to assess the situation to see if this is fishy at all?
Like he's trying to scam you.
No, just like, it was weird that they were trying to shake us down and do something unhonorable, but still fitting for the Durgar. But like, now they're being overly accommodating to outsiders.
Well,
know who we
to
are
the Seeds
now.
of Nightmare.
Well,
is who
yeah,
they're
I
being
mean,
accommodating
with that insight check from before, like it's exact. He's terrified of you.
Oh, so we have the acclaim. That's why we're
Your
to.
reputation
Yeah,
precedes you.
yeah.
the fame part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could literally make him disappear from this world.
You've been to every major settlement in the Underdark. Everybody in a city that is worth a damn knows who you are.
We have come to cities, cause a muck, and
It's called level. It's called level 14, baby.
You're basically docked at this point. You're like pulled up to the dock, yeah.
As he takes the second boot step, I would like to also chime in and say we also have a beloved Kotuo with us that we expect to have the safest visit in this fine city here.
With that, Click is gonna like look at you and tilt his head, and he's gonna say to you, Shigal, "You want Click come with you to city?
Well, Click,
No.
you can. I think that the boat
Click
needs.
won't go home." And he points to the water.
Wait. Yeah, I guess. Right? Do we really need Click anymore?
Click do good job. Click bring to angry dwarf city like you
I don't
have.
think.
Now
I don't
Click
think
leave,
we
right?
need. I don't think we need this creature any longer.
Yeah, if he
Yeah.
wants to go home, that's the best thing, because we don't have to protect him at that point.
Yeah. Click, do you think that you're gonna be able to get home like alone by yourself? Okay.
Click kind of tilts his head a little bit and go, "Click live here."
What?
And he points to the water.
Oh,
Oh.
so just anywhere. He's vibing.
All right. Well, Click, may the best of the sea mother that she has to offer be with you.
We just got escorted by a drifter.
Click is gonna like jump off onto the dock and he's gonna walk over to you. He's gonna slap you on the kneecap and then he's gonna jump back into his boat and push off.
What a weirdo.
I think he thinks that's how we shake hands. Edgar
Well.
speculates.
Well, I have found a new appreciation for them, Jim Jar. So.
If you say so.
Shushar is 1 in a million.
Literally.
That you caught the fish.
Dude, nice.
He's gonna catch it and he's gonna go. And Shigal would understand that as you do good fish.
Yes, and may that
Cool.
lure and that mechanism do good fish for you.
Click kind of like tilts his head. He seems a little confused and he goes, "Quotua do good fish always."
Oh, that's quite conceited, actually. Well, okay. Travel safe. Bye.
He gives a double wave with both of his hands. And it almost looks like he's in distress, but you think he's just waving goodbye.
I'm gonna like lurch forward a second. Oh no, he's okay. He's just waving.
And he's gonna push off. Gorglak appears to be getting your cart ready with his fellow Duragar guards. Meanwhile, as you're kind of settling in on the dock, Waz is going to walk up to the party and go, "Hey, boss, we're here in the city. You know, like the deal we had where you was like, remember you was like, help us get to the city, and then you guys can go, and we leave, go to the surface. You know, is that still the deal?"
You can get to the surface from here, right?
Yeah.
And what is it that you intend to do on the surface again?
Go find work as far away from you guys as possible.
That is
And you don't intend to recite any of the business that we've had here with anybody else?
Hell no. I don't want anything to do with you guys anymore. I've seen what you guys can do.
I'm gonna insight check that.
You may leave. Little
15er.
goblin.
With a 15, Waz definitely seems to be telling the truth. He seems to want to get away from you as soon as possible.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of done having you guys around. If that's again, I can't speak for the entirety of the group. But...
Yes, go away.
All right, great. All you got to do is give us our cut that you were promised.
All right, here's how much did we promise them?
Promised him 3% of all the loot you got.
All right, so here's 200 gold pieces worth of emeralds in your hands.
Flop a big sack of gems into his hands, and he looks down and goes, "Wow, you actually paid us."
Yes. We are a
I'm gonna-
group of honor and of our word.
I planned on doing it the day that we were gonna hire you, but you started being a dick about it, so I waited.
Waz kind of shrugs and goes, well, I guess for what it's worth, wasn't absolutely terrible working for you, but I hope I never see you again.
The feeling is
Good
likewise
luck.
on all accords, actually.
Come on, boys, let's get the hell out of here before one of these Duragard takes us captive.
I
And
am
may you
so
always
glad.
remember what nature has done to your little outpost there, as it
Yeah,
may,
yeah.
it may strike again.
I hope not. See ya, weird skinny
Mog,
elf
I'm just
guy.
gonna be like, thank fucking God.
And Waz and his two boys, remaining boys, are going to wander off into Gracklestug with the money that you gave them.
You know, Jim Jar, I really did contemplate them not existing anymore, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
You
was
know-
ready to kill him when we took him captive.
I gotta give those guys credit. They didn't try to kill us in our sleep at all.
Yeah.
They would have failed miserably.
Yeah, I think they were smart enough to understand that.
Yeah, and we paid him like we said we would.
Yeah, why'd you do that?
I mean, yeah, I just felt like
We are?
I feel like them not having a good word getting around about us, as far as
Alright.
being able to deal with.
And Jim Joe's gonna lean into you, Mog, even though everybody's paying attention. He's gonna whisper, "Does that mean I can't steal anything in the city?"
Absolutely not. You can
Hell yeah.
you can certainly steal stuff.
We haven't been to a place I could
Nice.
steal in a long time. I'm excited.
Yeah, these people are terrible.
Yeah, it's a very, loose term of honorable in this economy, Jim Jar. Come on.
Yeah, if you can kick us a small amount of what you steal, that'd be great.
Please don't get us captured again, Sareth says.
I lean
Judge.
down to, I kind of like squat down to Azzy. Hey, the first chance you see something big, I'm in. I'm your man. I will help.
Aw, man. You're not around enough these days, Azzy.
Not
What
a
did
lot.
Crumb say?
That was a minor incident, okay? And we didn't really kill that guy. Everyone just thought we did.
Yeah,
What happened?
some
Remember,
guy.
we almost got framed for killing some dude in Gauntlet
Yeah,
Ring.
I did break into his house pretty bad and start hitting people.
And then the king got real mad at us. And we got kicked out.
Yeah, that's the second time he got mad at us.
Okay.
Anyway, if we meet this king, we're totally not gonna get him
Oh.
mad at us, right?
I remember. I was thinking
Track
the
record
gnome
is-
city.
says
That was
yes.
the dwarf place.
Yeah.
That was the dwarf place. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right. Yes. Maybe not another Gauntlgrim. We'll have to do it right this time.
Yes. You were
Yeah, Gnome City,
framed
we're good.
by the Zentarum, actually, as having killed the head of the Lord's Alliance in Gauntlgrim. It was bad. Anyway, Gorglak and his lackeys return, and true to their word, they have brought you a large rolling wagon with some handles that you could put your fish in.
Cool. Guys, are we gonna still carry this fish around, or can we just be done with this?
I mean, I think we can definitely get some gold for it, but I don't really want to keep it in the party.
Hey, random guard number 2. How much gold will you give me for this fish?
Are you pointing to a different guard than Gorglak?
Yeah.
The random guard. And he's gonna like look down at it, and he's gonna like look at Gorglak uncomfortably, and Gorglak's gonna like shrug and like gesture for him to speak. He's gonna go, how much do you want me to give you for it?
What do you guys think?
Would you do 300? Wait, I'm trying to remember what I overheard that guy saying.
12
A
gold.
couple dozen or something.
Would you do approximately 35 gold for this fish?
The dwarf's eyes are gonna go wide, and like you see his companions kind of like grimace a little bit, and they kind of like all take a step away from him, so he's all by himself, and he's gonna go, I'm sorry, I don't have that much, and he's gonna like close his eyes and grimace like you're about to kill him.
Wait, do you think that I mean, that's fine.
Chagall,
Do you
why are
think
you
that,
scaring the dwarves?
do you think that there would be somebody here that would buy this fish for 30? Like, is $35 for this fish a good asking price or what? I mean,
Dollars
35
and
gold.
gold
I mean,
are
gold.
very different.
I mean,
This dude
gold.
probably makes a gold every 6 months.
Yeah, charge this dude his life savings for this fish.
He looks at it and he looks back and goes, "Well, I mean, I'm not much of a fishmonger, but I'm sure you could find one." Gorglak? Like the head guard? Gorglak. Aye? Well, I was going to take it to the Blade Bazaar and try to pawn it off to a monger who could carve it up for you. But, I suppose and you could do it if you wanted. Oh, if it's in good shape, I'd say a few dozen gold at least. But, aye,
Look,
they're going to resell it for more than that, just so you know, so...
let's maybe cut a deal here. Oh, go ahead, Crom. I'm sorry.
The Gorglak's eyes are gonna kind of like light up as he like light bulbs, and he goes, "Ah, you're looking for someone to take care of this for you. Is that what you're saying?"
May I introduce another
Right.
proposal here?
Well, you found your guy. I'll help you.
Look,
Yeah, let's just
Yeah.
get this fish out of our
yeah, I just want to
hair.
propose one thing. Look, you sell this fish for us and give us half of whatever you sell it for.
A fine bargain. You've got a deal. Can
There.
you meet me back here in a
Yes.
few hours?
Yes.
Great.
No,
I'll take care of it, okay? God.
money in your hand is better than money tomorrow. Give us 10 gold for this fucking fish and let's get out of
20.
here.
He was gonna give us 20.
Look, that's the deal. We're done, okay? We're gone.
The Grey Dwarves are all gonna look at
Dwarf
each other.
just
very
throws his
confused.
hands in the air.
Show Captain Black Skull and let's get out of here.
Oh, you'll go see Captain Blackskull?
Yeah,
Right
let's
now.
go right now. Take us to her.
Oh, great.
Him, her.
You two, take them to see Captain Blackskull. I'm going to take care of this. And he's gonna take the cart that you've put the fish in, and he's gonna move at pace away from you guys. Try to get away from these crazy fucking super powerful people.
Yeah, we probably had an absolute dramatic meltdown on the pier. Dealing with this
Over
fish.
a fish.
The two guards that he left with the duty are gonna look at each other nervously and gonna go, if you please, follow us.
Yeah.
And they're going to start walking you into the city.
Does Mog speak Dwarvish?
Nope.
Ah. So it's
They
really
definitely would have
doesn't
switched to
from-
common once you started.
Oh, they do speak common. Okay.
Yeah, they do speak common. They were just being assholes initially.
Oh, interesting. Cool.
I thought I was in trouble. I was like, I don't speak Dwarvish, and I'm the talkie guy.
All right, so he is going to. You guys are down at the Dark Lake docks, right around here, and you are being led further into the city here, and you can see that Gracklestug is bisected by a large chasm, as many of the other cities in the Underdark are, because those are the places that the largest open caverns form. And as you progress into the city, you can see that you are being brought to the south and to the east, and you seem to be headed in the direction of the Hold of the Deep King.
Yes.
The guards explain to you as you walk that this is where the Stone Guard are housed, and they explain to you that the Stone Guard are basically the king's elite soldiers, and they're a regiment of around 500 elite Duragar warriors, who are kind of like the king's right hand. And Erde Blackskull is the captain of the Stone Guard. She's in charge of them.
Dope.
As you walk through the city, you can see that it's basically more of what you witnessed out in the Dark Lake. The rhythmic pounding of hammers on anvils is basically all that fills your ears. And each breath is kind of like a struggle as you kind of cough a little bit from just the sheer smog that's in the air. And in fact, each of you is going to have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh wow, it's real bad here. Do you guys remember? This was on the news a few years back.
Sick.
It was like Beijing, I think. Everyone had to wear masks because the fucking air was so terrible.
Well, yeah, everybody had to wear masks starting like 2020 in March.
No, this was like 2012. though. This
because
was
like COVID, dude.
Yeah, no, stop being an asshole. You know what I mean?
Ozzy.
COVID.
Yeah, so all of you are doing pretty good, and none of you suffer any substantial
Nice.
effects from the smog at this time. As
Except
he's
Ozzy
probably
dies.
having like a little light cough, but nothing that's affecting him as of right now. But you can definitely tell that being in this city for a very long time might have detrimental effects on your health.
Even for one day.
All right.
Funny, dude. Good
eventually-
fucking good callback on that. Dude.
You reach eventually you reach the hold of the Deep King, and the guards take you up to an entrance where you can see that there are two Duragar that are kind of dressed in like heavier, more fancy armor, and they've got very impressive looking swords at their hips, and they're each carrying heavy tower shields that have the signet of Clan Steel Shadow, which would be a red circle with a blade over a shield on the front. And as they walk you up, they inform them that these are the Seeds of Nightmare, and they are here to see Captain Erde. And the two men nod, and they push open the doors, and the two guards that led you here are going to hastily withdraw as you're ushered inside of this barracks here.
Has it been over an hour, or would have my spell have faded by now?
It's definitely been at least an hour.
Do you guys no longer have Eagle Splendor? No, just Azzy and Chagall had it. I'm gonna recast it actually. If I get a moment where I can just duck out of earshot. Actually, what does it need to cast?
At this point, you're being escorted by Stone Guard.
Yeah, they would
so
definitely
they're-
hear
they're
me,
keeping
so,
a pretty
yeah.
close eye on you here.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna cast any magic.
But they seem to be treating you with respect. They know who you are, and they're going to take you up to the captain's office, which is located in the top floor of the Stone Guard hold here. And as you walk into the office, you can see that she actually has a parapet that overlooks the city immediately surrounding the hold of the Deep King. And she's sitting at a desk, and she kind of like looks up as you all enter. The guards announce you as the Seeds of Nightmare, and she's gonna give a little head tilt of surprise. She's gonna go, "Leave us. Go." And the Stone Guard are gonna walk out and shut the door. She's going to stand up from her seat, walk around the front of her desk. She's gonna lean against the front of the desk and cross her arms and goes, "So you're the Seeds of Nightmare, huh? I've heard a lot about you.
That's us.
That is correct, Captain.
Is it true you started a slave revolt in Menzo Baranzan?"
No.
It's ridiculous.
That was not our intention, no.
She's gonna eye you specifically, Chagall, and go, "That was the most honest answer out of all of you. Elaborate."
Well, that was actually many, many days ago, and I'm kind of flighty as far as actual details, but
He died during that time. He doesn't remember what happened.
I did
Right.
actually. That was actually when I died, wasn't it? That
He's
was
gonna
when I
eye,
died.
Yeah.
We don't appreciate slavery, and maybe word got around.
Well, you're in Gracklestug now. There's slavery here, and that's never going to change.
We get
And I
it.
trust you're not here to cause any trouble in my city, are you?
No.
I like to crumb. You want to cause trouble?
Oh, god damn it.
That's not up to me. Do I look like a clan laird to you? What kind of dwarf are you that you don't know what a laird is?
He's a travel dwarf.
Stop
He's a dwarf
embarrassing
from
us, Crumb.
culture.
You
Get
probably
together.
would, as a dwarf, know that a laird is a head of a clan. And she's gonna
Dang,
narrow
Crumb.
her eyes and go, I know how powerful your group is by reputation, but don't think that means that we're pushovers here. My men are loyal, and even if you could kill all of us, we'll throw ourselves at you until you have to do so. Do you understand?
There is no need for such
Maybe
talk. We
not.
do not come here seeking violence.
Then what do you come here seeking?
We have traveled many corners of the Underdark, and this happened to be one that fell into the blind spot. And we are really just passing through for the most part.
We are here to see some
we
really nice
we really
blades.
yeah we really were not here for a super specific reason for the most part. We did hear legend of a dragon flying around, and we did see that when we docked, so that is accurate. But
Timberchod.
yes,
Yeah, what's up with that?
the mighty.
He is a red dragon. We use him to stoke the furnaces, and he keeps all of our forge fires lit.
And
He's
he
known as the Wormsmith.
and
It's
he
a position
resides
of honor in this city.
He resides here.
He
Can
does.
I insight check that position of honor line?
Sure.
Nice. $19.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
With a 19, she is telling the truth that it is technically a position of honor, but you get the sense that there is a caveat to that.
There was a slight eye roll in her voice when she said
Yeah.
that it's a position of honor.
Ever the slightest eye roll.
Okay.
We'll always have slaves,
Yes. Yes.
regardless of their race.
Is there a deal that was brokered with this dragon? Is there compensation that he gets for doing such a task for you guys?
He is showered with riches and worship and food. It should be enough to keep a dragon satisfied. But if you really
Keep me
want to know
satisfied.
more about Timberchod, you'd best speak to the Keepers of the Flame. In
We
fact,
would
I've heard
actually-
that they're looking for somebody to help them with a problem related to Timberchod.
We would
Oh.
actually enjoy possibly nothing more than doing that. Actually,
That sounds most excellent.
we will put that close to the top of the docket.
She nods. Timberchod's lair is located to the southeastern tip of the city. You'll find the Keeper of the Flame's lair there as well.
Excellent. We won't cause any trouble.
Yes. Is
If
there
you
a
are truly
smith
here
even-
as guests to shop and enjoy the city, you're more than welcome to do so, peacefully.
Of course. Is there a smith you would recommend?
There are a number of prominent smiths throughout the city. What sort of thing are you looking for? I might be able to make a recommendation.
I tap the shoulder of Crumb's plate and I'm like, well, an improvement to that, or if you have it, something that would be, and I tap my own breastplate, an improvement to that.
I gotta pee.
Armor smiths. Is that what you're looking for?
Basically, if any noteworthy ones are around.
She nods. Clan Thrasgrad. Best armor smiths in the city.
Okay. Where would we locate them? What direction?
Their keep is located to the northwest, not far
Okay.
from the Shattered Spire.
Okay.
Jewelry. What sort of thing?
Anything really. Just things with a powerful magical effect that you can Not necessarily armor, right? But any item.
Grey dwarves aren't much in the way of magicians.
Okay,
We make our reputation through steel and grit.
understood. So mainly the master craftsmanship at display then.
If you want to dance around with enchantment and magic, I suggest you make your way to Blingdenstone. I've heard it's
Uh-huh.
been recently rebuilt thanks to a certain group of adventurers.
Hmm.
Yes.
So, we do not seek to cause any trouble here, but we also do not want any trouble seeking us out. Is there areas here that we should try to stay away from?
She's gonna hesitate a little bit. Why don't you make a persuasion check?
No.
He
Oh,
is
fuck,
super
yes!
charismatic though.
We'll fucking take those, dude.
With a 24, she's gonna kind of, after hesitating for a moment, she's gonna go. I'll level with all of you since it's going to become apparent to those with your set of skills. The city's having problems, unusual problems. I can't direct you to avoid any specific area because all of the areas are having miscellaneous issues. People behaving erratically, people spouting nonsense, people going mad. It's been difficult.
Are you
Do you,
aware of the demon lords?
I've heard rumors.
do you know
That
about...
is.
Go ahead,
Go
Ozzy.
ahead. Okay. That is a telltale of one being around. Well, I mean, if it's powerful enough and or it's purposefully doing something, no?
Yeah, would you say that there's a duration of time that this anomaly has been happening?
It's been happening starting around 2 years ago when we first got the reports, but we thought that most of them were isolated incidents. Every now and then, a madman will show up, and the Darrow are always going mad, spouting some sort of nonsense as they do.
Hmm.
But after a period of time, we noticed that many of the caravans that are touted by the Kuotoa from the northeast stopped coming in. So we sent out scouts, and that is when I learned that Slubladop had been destroyed by the Demogorgon.
And is that why you wanted to know if our group came into port? It sounded like you were quite adamant about seeing us if we were to enter your town here. Your
I
village.
thought it important for us to have a conversation about what will be and will not be accepted in the city, given your history. But if you are willing to help us, I will not turn up my nose at such capable assistants as yourself.
Do you have any leads as far as where we can start if we are to inquire and research the events happening?
And you're sincere. You actually want to help us.
We do see ourselves as a force for good, believe it or not. We would like nothing more than to help the people of this city not have a shitty time.
She's gonna consider you for a moment, Azzy, and she's gonna go, I believe you, but my concern is that our definition of good does not exactly align.
This is true, and sometimes people have good aspirations but come up a little bit short and have repercussions. But if you are seeking aid in the situation, I don't know if you'll have a much better group roll into your city to offer to do so.
I agree, and so I'll offer you an arrangement. I will make sure that none of the authorities here in the city bother you, try to enslave you, try to capture you, get in your way. I'll even ensure they don't treat you like second-class citizens, although I can't speak for the individual clan heads. They are not within my jurisdiction. In return, you promise me that you will not cause general trouble and you will do your best to align with the culture of the city. And if you want to help us with the various problems that we're experiencing, I can promise you fair compensation in return.
It seems like a
Yes,
good deal.
there's a slight caveat that I would like to ask.
Speak.
As far as seeing the red dragon, I would like to assure that we are able to do so at some point in our stay here. Like I said, we are going to attempt to solve the grand issue at hand, or get to the bottom of it at least. But we would. It's not every day that you get to see such a mythical beast or force that is in such agreement with a.
And what is it you want to do with Timberchod?
Yes.
I thought they needed our help with something.
That
yeah.
is not up to me. You'll have to speak to the Keepers of the Flame.
Yes,
Seek out
let's just help them.
Gartakar Zundorn at the Keepers of the Flame's Enclave.
And where is that enclave located? What part of the city?
The bottom
It is
right
in the
corner.
southeastern corner of the city, next to the Red Dragon's lair.
I
But
think there was a-
understand this as well. Timberchod's function is vital to the ongoing forge work at the city. If anything were to happen to him, or if anything were to cause him to stop performing his required function, it would be disastrous, which I would ensure would make your experience disastrous as well.
I would expect nothing less. Now, if we are to stay in here for quite some time, do you have a recommended inn that we stay at?
There are a number of
one that would
inns.
assure us that we can stay out of trouble as much as possible.
The most accommodating inns for outsiders and non-Duragar would be in the Dark Lake district, back where you came into the city. They're used to travelers and merchants that come in from both the surface and from other parts of the Underdark.
Okay.
But with your reputation preceding you, I would imagine it's only a matter of time before you receive an invitation from one of the clan lairds to stay with them.
Would
Be
you
careful
recommend...
which you choose.
Yeah, I was going to ask, would you recommend us trying to stay away from residing in the areas of the clan lords? We like to stay as out of politics as much as possible.
That is exactly your problem. If you were to align with one of the clan lairds by staying with them, you may inadvertently insult another clan.
We could use some miners, though. Just saying.
Yeah, is it typically frowned upon to try
Exactly.
to hire people from here to go and work at other places?
She shrugs. If you're paying a fair wage, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. See, we're trying to work within the bounds of your great.
This is a mercantile city. You'll never find a Duragar that turns their nose up at honest work, so long as the pay is fair.
Well, we do have a now reputation of paying fairly, so.
I'd also like to have some hard ass crazies, excuse my French, working in our mines too. Since it's kind of getting taken over, you know what I mean?
Yes, a little bolstering of fortitude would actually probably be good.
Good, and we have good wages, honest benefits in a thriving new city.
We'll need to hire a guide for them to get to us then, someone who's skilled at guiding people around the dangers of the Underdark.
Clan Zornbane has the best scouts and prospectors. Maybe they could help you.
Scouts and prospectors.
Zornbane. That's what we want.
If you're looking for miners, Clan Coalhewer and Clan Saltbaron would be your best bets.
Maybe we should talk to all three.
Sure.
If you want to experience the Mad, you need only walk through the streets. It is only a matter of time.
Has there been any Demon Lord presence here that you've been aware of?
I've kept a close eye out, but nothing suspicious that I've seen. Although, we are tracking the movements of a particular anomaly in the group known as the Grey Ghosts. Traditionally, they're more of a thieves' guild. Nothing out of the ordinary, just your standard collection of outcasts, beggars, and thieves, but they have been acting a bit strange lately. I have one person of interest I've been tracking. His name is Droki. He's a Darrow.
Well, it sounds like that's where we are to start. Do you normally have any contact with the king? Is the king acting abnormal at all by any chance?
I report directly to King Steel Shadow, and I would not have you take his name lightly.
No, I don't intend to. Sometimes we've just seen that it starts at the top, behind a veil of well, not miss. It more like just random orders that don't really match up to what they normally do. So.
The king's orders come indirectly.
Who
I have
gives you
one
the
more.
king's orders?
They're executed by his associates and his council, myself and the
Ah.
other members of the Council of Lairds.
Okay.
I myself represent my clan, Clan Blackskull.
Fair.
We have the best stonemasons in all the city.
Interesting.
Mog, did you have another request that you want?
Yes. Do you know Boopy Doe?
She kind of blinks, because it sounds Darrow. What are you talking about?
A captured Darrow was a slave that we freed from the Drow. Tried to murder our own.
I would imagine the Drow have many Darrow slaves.
Those. Oh no, hold on. I'm not going to actually say that.
Mm.
They, I guess not an important person to you though.
This person you're referencing, I've never heard of them before.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know many Darrow by name. Most of my work involving the Darrow involves killing them when they go mad.
That's fair. Would you be opposed to us hiring some of your people as well to work on our territory that we
The
have?
Stone Guard are not mercenaries.
So not to kill anyone, but to build stone. You said they were stonemasons, right?
Ah, you mean my clansmen.
Yes. Yes.
If you are looking to hire stonemasons from my clan, I suppose a contract could be arranged, but that is something we should discuss outside of my duties.
That's
Very
totally
fair.
fair. Is it just like a certain day of the week, or
We could schedule a meeting if you would like to
I would.
arrange a formal
I would.
contract.
Our territory is in need of good stonemasons, in my opinion.
Yes, I
She
think that would
kinda-
actually be good for the morale of our camp that we have there. Let them know that we can provide good as well.
Yes.
Very well. Once you've found a place to stay, tell me where it is through one of my people, and I will meet with you 4 days hence.
Okay, that works for me. You guys?
Yes, perhaps
All right.
maybe we can even cook that into the agreement after we get to the bottom, hopefully, of the madness that lurks the streets.
Yes, I was thinking maybe we investigate the issue with the dragon that the people who tend to him were requesting help with. And then if that's easy enough for us, we can look into the general madness and trying to find, what was it, the Greys, you said?
The Grey Ghosts.
Grey ghost.
The Grey Ghosts. And do you have a general idea on how to reach them, get a hold of them, know a hideout location, something like that?
The Grey Ghosts' hideout is located deep in the Whirlstone Caverns beneath the city. It is a very dangerous place.
Okay. Have you ever tried to make contact with them, or is it more of a just kill or capture on sight sort of agreement?
The Grey Ghosts.
Yes.
When we find them, we kill them like the vermin that they are.
Okay.
So
Do you
Cleared
have
out
any?
those caverns?
Okay.
What did you ask?
Did you clear out the caverns?
Caverns. Clear them out. No. I would lose half my men sending them down there. The place is a death trap.
So let's say if somebody were to go into the caverns and get rid of the infestation known as the Grey Ghost, that would maybe help the rest of you, right? It most certainly wouldn't be frowned upon, right?
No, it would not be frowned upon at all. In fact, I have it on good authority that very recently one of the Grey Ghost leaders was captured and killed by the Keepers of the Flame. Although, they're being very secretive as to why they were involved in hunting those thieves anyway. However, I've heard that there have already been replacement leaders that have taken hold in the organization. If you were to eliminate them, I would certainly be willing to provide a reward to you.
Do you have any information on who these leaders are, or just the general rumor that there are replacements?
There are 3. all Darrow. Probably mad in some form. All we know about them is that 2 of them are twin sisters.
Okay.
I will admit I did not know what to expect when all of you showed up in the city, but now that I've met with you, I'm feeling a fair bit more comfortable about your presence here than I initially thought I would be.
Yes,
Just
as we
see
said
that you
before.
don't betray my trust.
Give a
Yeah,
little
we're
bow.
pretty reasonable, just slightly off-putting.
I
As all of
understand
your
the
eyeballs
feeling.
blink.
All at once.
She
Sure.
nods. I'll leave you with this, travelers. All Duragar know their place. It is the foundation of our culture. You won't find much intrigue or deceit here. People here roll up their sleeves, they work hard. Honesty and honor are important to us. You've lived by those principles while you're here, and you won't have any problem fitting in. I'll begin spreading the word that you're not to be messed with.
Very good. We appreciate it.
She nods and she gestures for you to leave, and she's going to walk back behind her desk and go back to work.
Okay. I guess if we look outside the room that we're in, is there a guard ready to escort us somewhere, or are we just free to do our own thing?
When you walk out the door, those guards that let you in are there, and they will escort you out of the hold.
Okay.
And you are basically just unleashed into the streets, and you can already see coming out of another door around the side, there's a series of what appear to be runners that are leaving the hold as well. Presumably carrying the message that you guys are not to be fucked with.
Okay.
Yeah, let's set up lodging first because a thought came to mind that I think that we should talk amongst ourselves.
Very good. Let's head to the Dark Lake District and look for an inn then.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can head up to the Dark Lake District, and with a couple of questions to some of the merchants nearby, you could very easily be directed to a tavern known as Substance.
Okay.
And as you get to Substance, you find that it is basically a restaurant that also has an inn located in its upper floors, and it is a 4-story tall building. It's huge. And as you walk into the door, you actually see that the patronage is largely people from the surface. There's a lot of humans here, a couple of hill dwarves, mountain dwarves, mostly just the common races you would find on the surface of Faerun. And a lot of them are dressed in the simple traveling garbs that are still slightly laced with finery that you would recognize as traveling merchants.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What a group. Do we need anything from faraway places?
Not particularly, unless somebody here is selling magic. Does anybody know detect magic?
Sure.
Yeah,
Detect
I know how to
magic.
do detect
Blam!
magic. I'll go to cast detect magic, and it won't work because I'm not a furbolg anymore.
Mog is able to cast detect magic, and Mog,
Ah.
there is not any strong magic coming from anywhere in this room, but you definitely detect little bits of magic here or there coming from random individuals around the restaurants that are eating at different tables.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Okay.
I will go up to where I'm assuming is a bar and get the attention of the barkeep.
There is actually a desk, and you walk up to the desk, and standing behind the desk, you can see that there is a Duragar, and she is going to look up at all of you and go, "More travelers, here to sell goods in the city, I suppose. You'll be needing lodgings."
Well, at least half of that statement is correct. At least, yeah, half is fine.
We will need lodgings, yes.
Yes. Do you happen to have something on the top floor at a reasonable rate?
Let me have a look. And she opens a large tome and she starts flipping through it, checking through the reservations. She goes, "Top floor, yes, but I'm afraid all that we have up there are our premium suite packages." How
Would
many in
you
your party?
would you say that they would be premium enough for the Seeds of Nightmare?
She is going to make a roll to see if she knows who you are.
Brr, 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 brr.
and she's going to blink at you and go, merchants are finding such interesting names for their caravans these days.
How many?
The lodging is 10 gold a night for the suite.
Oh, okay. I guess we don't really need the top floor. But...
I'm
Let's
gonna.
get
Can I try to
it
talk her down a
personally.
little bit?
You can certainly try.
Can I be like, listen, I know you don't know who we are right now, but that is going to change over the next few days. And once it does, the fact that we're staying here at all is going to absolutely flood this place with interest. Is there any way we could get a discount just for the sheer advertising we're going to be doing for you?
All right, why don't you make a persuasion check with disadvantage since she doesn't
Ah.
know who you are, and you base your
Ah.
argument around your fame.
I mean, and the potential for money. Pirate skull person?
Erde Black Skull.
Oh.
Yeah, we were sent here by Captain Blackskull herself. It was a personal recommendation of hers.
Oh. It's
19
with the
still good.
rolls tonight, huh?
Can't do much worse than that.
That's
So.
true. Oh.
All right. Well, with a 19, she's gonna like look up at you and go, "Seeds of Nightmare, is it?
Yeah.
And you're truly famous,
Oh
as you
yeah.
say. And are you carrying an instrument, Azzy?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, she's just gonna like kind of consider a little bit and go, I'll tell you what, if you agree to at least stay for the week, I'll cut the price down by 1 gold a day.
That's totally valid, and I'll take that deal.
She nods, and she's going to jot down that you'll be staying for 7 days at 9 gold a day. If you allow me to math for a moment, that is 63? 63 gold pieces.
I give her 63 gold pieces from the stash.
And they pay up front. A pleasure doing business with you, gentlemen. And she's going to take the 63 gold. She's going to reach down. And she's going to take out 3 identical keys and put them forward and go, let me know if you need additional keys. Don't lose them.
Yeah. So
There's a
I think
20
we
gold
could
surcharge for losing a key.
That's fine. Could we get? I think it's 5 of us here, right?
There are 6 of you.
6? Who's the? Oh yes. Could we get 3 more keys then? 1 for each of us. I never know who could end up needing to run back. You know how it is.
She's going to pull out a little box and rummage around for a bit, and she pulls out 3 more keys. And so everybody
Nice.
gets a key.
Cool.
Very good.
Well, let us go on up to the room before I forget the thought that I had. That
And then hold on to that thought. Ma'am, you said that we were paying for a premium package. What else besides the room is included?
You get nightly reservations at the restaurant for your room. We always have a booth prepared for those that rent this suite.
Okay. Is that it?
And of course, there will be room service brought up to you should you wish to order anything. There is an arcane message construct in the room that you can use to contact the front desk.
Very good. Now we're talking, boys. We are in it now. I knew this adventuring thing would pay off one day.
yes, at the cost of
Room
much,
service,
much,
Chagall.
much
Room
more
service.
than 63 gold.
Chagall, have you ever even had room service before?
I'm just going to get up to
Onward to the room. I shrug. Everyone's a critic.
Okay, so once we are safely in the room, I would like to pass a thought amongst the group here.
Sure.
In as much confidence as possible. What I am actually going to do to guarantee that there is...
Okay, I'm really sorry. Hold that thought. Mog, you have detect magic going. Would you look around for us and see if there's anything magical in here besides the magical construct?
Anything I sense, I will let you know.
Okay, yeah, so you guys get up to the room. You go up to the top floor, which is the 4th floor of this building. It is a stout stone tower that is almost reminiscent from the outside of your Nightmare Tower. And as you get up to the top floor, you can see that there are only 4 doors from the main passage out of the stairwell here. And you walk up to the ones indicated by the tags on your key. You pop it open, and you can see that you have a large sitting area inside of here. There's even a small little kitchen area that appears to have a small like oven where you could stoke a fire to cook if you wanted to. And then there are 3 adjoining rooms, and in each of those rooms there are 2 beds. In terms of detecting magic, there is a small stone chest that appears to be emanating some sort of scripted magic. And next to the door, there is also a stone that is emanating magic that, upon inspection, is readily apparent as a messaging stone or a sending stone.
I flip up in the chest.
You flip open the chest, and a wash of cold air rushes out at you from inside the box.
Oh, it's AC unit, guys. I close it.
Yes! We got room service and air conditioning. This is the best.
Okay, so here's my thought. So we need to get this dragon out of this town, village. What are we calling this place? City?
Definitely
It's
a
a
city.
city.
It's the second
City.
largest place we've been to.
Okay. So we need to get the red dragon out of the city. So we need to do a couple of things before we can touch base with
Wait.
the dragon.
Do we have to get the red dragon out of the city?
Well, do we want 2 dragons
one.
on our side?
We definitely want that.
Yeah,
But,
I don't.
but,
I don't.
maybe he wants to be here, and his cousin's just wrong.
Now, I will remind you, Crumb, that we'd be growing it on the backs of slavery. How is their whole world supported? Ah, yes, they're different. That's different. Okay.
Hey,
alright.
hey, Jim Joe, you see what I said when honor meant something else in this economy?
Oh yeah, I mean, I knew. I've been here before.
Yeah. So, anyways, we need to get that red dragon out of here so that we can have 2 dragons. And I will stop here and say I don't give a shit about this city. Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't care about the city at all either. I'm just saying we can. If there's something wrong with the dragon, we fix it. If there's not, and it wants to be here, that's not on us.
Yeah, I'm not saying that we need to conduct a full evacuation plan of the dragon. What we need to do is make sure that we can get out once the deed is done. Now,
Yeah.
one thing that I am a little bit foggy on, do we have to return to the blue dragon and let him know that his cousin or whatever is freed or not?
I think
No,
he'll figure
dragons
it out.
fly. They'll be fine.
Okay. So we don't need to return back to that island. So once the deed is done, we can just fucking boof out of here.
Sure can. We can go right back home.
Because that is, we literally just came here to scope it out and do business because we haven't done business here. And
Yes,
get
I'm
out,
not
right?
particularly concerned with their weirdness and mad people walking around and whatnot.
I think it would do some good to investigate that and get to the bottom of that. Because
Okay. I was
don't-
wondering about that. That's
I
a
don't-
good point, Crumb.
I don't know what
The
tentacle hand.
the Illithid. There was an issue in Menzo Baranzan where do you remember the shack? We had to fireball it and scorch
That's
earth
true.
it.
Yeah. It does also seem like every place the demon lords appear, there is madness about.
Yeah, so
I think
Aerith is gonna
overall,
nod emphatically at that.
I think
and-
overall it would do us some good, even to maybe aid us in bolstering our strength, for we could never get too much practice in,
guess that's
playing
fair.
demon lords, or stopping a demon lord incursion under the second largest city in
yes,
the
yes.
Underdark. Yeah, so we take care of that. We take care of the dragon. Well, we take care of that. Maybe hire some people, take care of the dragon, and then just get the fuck out of here.
I like it. I wanted to put this thought forward. It was a mere guess on my part that some of you may have already come to this conclusion. The captain of the guard here said that the Darrow, as a unit, as a group of people, are almost always mad that they have to constantly deal with that from them.
Mhm.
And that the gray ghosts, is that what they were called, in the caverns
Yeah.
below us?
Yeah.
Are almost entirely pharaoh. So as I mentioned to her, and I'm sure you are all putting this together, when you are near a demon lord a while, you tend to go a bit bonkers. And the more you're near them, the more you go bonkers. And if the Pharaoh are consistently going bonkers, and the Grey Ghosts, who are separate from the city, because they're down there in a spot where most of the people in the city don't normally go to, are
Mhm.
also going bonkers, separate from the city, maybe that's where the Demon Lord is.
Jesse, I'm
If
gonna
I was
cast.
Demon Lord, I would hide in those whirlstone tunnels that you described.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I-
cast
I
Primeval
definitely think-
Awareness and detect demons within 6 miles of here.
Okay, yeah, you 110% detect demons within 6 miles of here.
Does
Definitely
he get
demon.
anything else? Does he get like a
Definitely demons
direction
around.
or?
I don't believe so.
I am
Unless you do.
100% in favor of
Nope.
going down there,
It says they're around.
killing
we
what
have
we
a
need
chance-
to kill, do whatever. I don't
If
even
we have a
care.
chance to kill a Demon Lord while it's isolated from the other ones, that's probably a good plan.
See, that's
Wouldn't
what
be
I'm
the
saying.
first time.
That's
Jim
what I'm
says.
saying. The more that we can front load this shit, the more that we get more practice in, and maybe
Let's do it.
our connection with whoever god we worship. Maliki is the best, of course.
Hey.
Grants us more strength.
Jim Jar says.
oh shit!
Literally right there. What do
There's
you-
only one
what do you
god
mean,
as far
Jimbo?
as I'm concerned.
Yes.
I'm gonna blink and I'm gonna
Maliki
look
it
at
is.
Seraph.
He glitters.
Sereth looks a little confused, and Jim Jar's gonna realize what he said and go, "I'm talking about Calidor and Smooth Hands, of course." And,
Right.
Yeah,
Sereth's
the
gonna go,
second best
right,
god.
Right.
Kind of. Yeah.
I
I don't think
tells
he
you.
gets numbers, direction, or type.
No. Nope.
He just knows that
It
they
says
are.
it says any.
And there are.
That were following us. Oh, Leather Daddy.
You're talking about the demon lord of boners.
Yeah. Leather Daddy Grats.
Yeah, he
Yes.
has not his daughter, but he has a competitor, a rival, who
It is his
does
daughter.
also leather
No,
mommy stuff, if
it's
you
his,
will.
it's his daughter.
He
Oh,
does
it is
have
his
a
daughter?
he has a
Okay.
half daughter who is it's a complicated situation, but he
Okay.
has a daughter who is his right hand.
Thraxia,
Who is
baby.
like
Wasn't
Thraxia,
there-
and she's an assassin.
Okay, so different demon lord then. Isn't there a demon lord who is also all about succubuses and incubuses
Yes,
and shit?
so
Yeah,
you
it's
But does it
literally the
different than him,
You
succubus.
and they're
learned-
like,
demon lord of succubuses. Succubus.
You
Yeah.
learned that Grazd, who is known as the Dark Prince, is a basically a representation of like succubi and things like that. But there's also Malconteth, who is
yeah,
the demon lord and queen of the succubuses, and she tends to
Okay.
operate behind the scenes, and she's more subtle, whereas Grazd is more of like a
I'm gonna bonk
party,
you on the head with it.
indulge, like
okay.
yeah, revel, like yeah, that kind of
Okay.
thing. Whereas Malconteth is like
So
pull
she'd
the
be
strings.
content with like posing as a geisha or something.
She's more of like a succubus, a temptress, like manipulating things behind the scenes.
That's what I'm saying.
and
So
they
like
hate
posing
each
as a
other.
bunch of whores or something, but
They
not
hate
actually.
each other.
They do. Grazd and Malconteth hate each other. You learned that.
Yeah, because they have opposing worldviews, but go about it the same
Right.
kind of way.
Yeah. Like Malconteth would view Grazd as like a brute or unsophisticated, and Grazd would view Malconteth as prude and going against their nature as demon lords.
I see. Okay. But who the hell knows, right? Which demon lord Mog just detected?
Nobody
didn't
knows.
Detected demon lord specifically. You just detected demons.
Demons within 6 miles. So
Hey guys, there's demons around.
yeah.
Well, Mog has never let us down with that before, so
So,
I say to the fucking caves we go, but not tonight. We should.
you want to go there first, or you want to go to the other place first?
the dragon pit?
Yeah, the Keepers of the Flame.
Yeah, I guess we can check in there since there was some
And-
type of a conflict between the two, and
Yes.
then say, hey, we're gonna take care of this for you, buddy, and then
I was wondering
Although
about
maybe
that.
that's the primary objective, but we should take care of this other thing first.
Well,
Maybe.
I mean, well, we can get some FaceTime in with those people, and then go down to the basement, and then come up and say, hey, we're back, friends. Let's go ahead and touch that dragon. I mean, talk to him. I mean, hang out as friends, people.
Yeah, maybe something's going down in that area that's gonna affect the dragon.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Just lifts his shirt up a little bit over
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Yeah, I guess we take a long rest.
You guys could certainly do that. You are in your suite. It is safe.
We've been talking to peeps for the day.
Yep. And,
Where do we want to
it's-
go first? Do we want to go shopping tomorrow, guys, before we go do any crazy adventuring bullshit?
Alright, I mean, I don't really need anything here.
Yeah, I kind of like don't really need. I don't know even what else I would.
We are fairly well equipped, but I could use better armor. Technically, there's always room for improvement there. And
Yeah, I mean, if
you
you need
recommended
something,
some armor smiths.
yeah, let's do it. If you need something for sure, put it in order and let's go take care of business and come back and get it.
I think I might actually have the best armor that I can reasonably have for money at this point. I do. I don't know how you remembered that off the top of your head, but I do currently sit on the 22.
I mean, both of you guys get to wear heavy armor.
Yeah, but what's even funnier is this half plate is medium armor.
Just the chunkiest medium armor. Yeah, so I guess. Well,
I mean, I have a shield on. I don't use any weapons either, so I can have that shield just whenever, you know.
The what was it? What was the clan that we're supposed to go see that does armoring?
Thasgrid.
The hammer
Thasgrid.
hitting.
The hammer people. Oh fuck! You're
Oh,
right. It's fucking
Ah,
so
shit.
confusing. Yeah, you guys get the long rest then?
Yeah.
We long rest. We
Yeah,
do
yeah.
long.
You do a long rest.
I think this is the best first approach to a city that we've had. We
We're not
actually
even getting attacked.
we actually do have a reputation now.
Oh, we haven't killed a single person.
We haven't even had to make threats or anything. We've actually had to threaten kindness opposed to...
Yeah, I mean, besides Menzo Brandon, this is the first place you've been to besides Blingdenstone that's like a proper city in a while. Like, Mantaldareth was a real city, Blingdenstone, and then besides that, like, Gauntlgrime is the only other place you've been.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a while.
But yeah, you're in proper civilization now.
Sweet. All right. So in the morning, what do you guys want to do? Go to the Keepers of the Flame, or go to the Grey Ghosts?
Well, so first I was hoping we could go to the Thasgrim, which is over in the northwest. So if you're looking at the map, it's the left side. It's up around the Shattered Spire. That's where the armorers were. And then if we don't find anything worth note there, we absolutely blade Bazaar next. But I figure for blades, we're quite good.
Alright, so we can get that out of the way.
And
do
then
it.
yes, I am fine with going straight to the caves. I'm worried that if we go to the dragon thing, the issue could be that the dragon's being moody lately. Could you take a look at it? And Chagall just happens to get a itchy trigger finger with the thing right in front of him and the solution right in front of him. And what an opportunity, right?
That would be a pretty opportune situation there, but...
Yes, but then we would absolutely have to leave
Yeah,
if you did that.
the dragon thing is the last thing that we would prefer to do.
So we should almost certainly just go to the caves then.
I like that better. Let's do that.
Okay,
Okay.
All right.
so...
Armor. Let's go check it out.
Blade, cave.
I'm Blade Cave.
Cave.
Armor Blade Cave.
All right, you guys make your way down the stairs to the main area, and as you enter kind of like the restaurant/lobby type area, there's actually a Duragar who's dressed in a fine-looking merchant's robe, and he stands up as you get to the bottom of the stairs. He goes, "Do I have the honor of addressing the Seeds of Nightmare?"
The one and only. And who calls upon the Seeds of Night then, at this
He's-
time of day when we have just woke up in the morning?
He's going to bow at the waist, and he's going to say, I have the honor of representing Clan Thordenson, and my esteemed clan laird would like to extend an invitation to you, the Honorable Seeds of Nightmare, to stay with our clan's house.
Well,
bold.
surely that is quite a steep offer, and we do not mean to impose any disrespect here by any means, but we have already paid up front for the rooms upstairs, and they do have a little cold chest up there that Crumb here quite enjoys.
Oh,
So,
but please allow us to
Okay.
reimburse you for any expenses that you have already paid for your
I
lodgings.
figured it's.
I assure you, my clan laird would have a most interesting offer for you regarding some of your gemstone mining operations. We have been informed that your group is running one such operation out of a newfound settlement deeper in the Underdark, are you not?
well, some of that information might be true. However, I will, in fact, state once again that we are to remain staying in this fabulous inn here. After we conduct some business within the city, perhaps we will have a discussion about hiring some well-to-do miners, but we do have pretty pressing situations here to handle.
Allow me to clarify, my friends. My clan does not represent any sort of mining interest, and we would never wish to compete with an organization as esteemed and reputable as yours. My family represents an organization of jewelers. We wish to purchase your raw goods to be refined into more consumable forms to be sold to the higher class, perhaps even on the surface. I assure you it would be quite a lucrative deal for you.
Maybe our people can talk to your people.
Yeah.
If you have a representative that you would wish to meet with us in your stead, I would be happy to meet them.
Yeah,
Yes,
we will send the
what's his
representative
face?
over in 2 days
Months?
time.
Very good. Let me
I'm
give
gonna,
you
I'm gonna
the
look at Chagall
whereabouts
just
of our
flatly,
clan.
just.
And he is going to hand you a small map of the city, and it is marked with a red X that they have a keep just southeast of the Blade Bazaar. And it is listed as Clan Thordenson.
And if it happens to be a little bit more on delay than just 2 days, please do not take that offense either. We're just quite we're just getting our city legs on, you know.
Oh, I would expect you to maintain the utmost professionalism and not to miss a business meeting with a new potential business partner.
I'm gonna look at
Yes.
Chagall flatly again.
We'll have our representative there.
Yes.
Very good. A pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Please enjoy your stay in Greckelstug. And he's going to turn and walk out of the restaurant.
Well, we can't give
What
it
a
away
dick.
to the first person that asks.
Man,
Yeah.
we're popular.
Yeah, and anyways, our representative
I'm gonna-
is just us anyways. That's what
No,
I
we'll
meant.
send.
Oh.
We'll send
Yeah,
somebody.
well, they've heard about it at least. So, what is the plan for today?
Let's go get
Again,
you some
we
magic
gotta go
armor.
get that fucking armor. We're going to
And
the Blade
then
Bazaar,
let's-
and then into the fucking dungeon.
Whirlstone Caverns.
Lead the way then.
Okay.
To armor. What do you mean?
I think Crumb just wants that captain lady to come with us.
We know you like strong women, Crumb.
Did we hear a ting at all?
Tink, tink. Crumb does like strong women, that's true. All right, so you
What
guys...
gives you pause, Crumb? It's surrounded by a huge city owned by the Zentarum.
It's surrounded by a hostile city. What could be worried about it?
It's the safest it can be. It's the safest place that we know.
Short of them getting bought out, I doubt anything's going to happen to them, Crumb. Gracklestug in the Zentrum? Is that what you...
you could see if you know anything.
Yeah, let's
I
help
do
you.
not know. I give the help.
Crumb
I
has
look
no
at him
idea.
flatly.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, you are the only one. We just each throw out like, hey, you remember that thing that we talked about that one
Yeah,
time?
Crumb, remember that
Crumb
thing?
actually does know.
Hey.
Crumb, as a familiar man of dwarven politics, you know that while the Zentarim maintain cordial relationships with both the dwarves of Gauntlegrim and the dwarves of Gracklestug, they don't maintain any strong amount of influence over the cities, as especially Gracklestug itself, because their government is so kind of airtight. The only people that have influence over the governing of Gracklestug are the king and the Council of Lairds, and all the members of the Council of Lairds are members of very old clans of Duragar in the city, making their government almost impossible to infiltrate. Meaning that while the Zentarim are friendly with the Duragar, because this is such a large mercantile city and there's lots of money to be made, they don't hold any influence over the city.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Jesse.
So
well,
basically, if we sent like our sorry to interrupt you, Jason.
No,
If
you're
we
fine.
sent people from any of the clans to our place, they're less likely to be immediately bought and vultured, economically speaking, by the Zentarum, because they would have to pass through their lands to get to our shit.
Well, knowing the culture of the Duragar, it is almost unthinkable that any of them would accept a bribe to go back on your contract.
That's pretty strong. Dang.
Yeah, that's great. That's the type of person we want.
Yeah.
That kind of person would be a cultural outcast amongst the Duragar.
Okay.
That
More
being
than
said, though, with a
comfortable
natural
deals,
20, Crumb would know that if you were to contract a Duragar clan to work for your company, they would most certainly bring slave labor for sure. 100%. 100% would use slaves, yeah. They
Don't
do
you
it
gotta tell 'em
themselves, but
what
they
the
also
score is?
utilize slaves to supplement their labor.
all the shit work, all the
They
heavy
view
lifting.
slavery as an honorable act.
Hmm.
Yeah. To them, it's
Wow.
just a part of doing business.
So, do we know how, in comparison to, say, the Drow in Menzo Baranzan, is it a better treatment here for the slaves?
Oh my god.
Typically, yeah. The
Jeez.
Duragar treat. Yeah, you could think of it that way. The Duragar view slavery as like, yeah, you're not a Duragar and you want to be in Gracklestug, therefore you have to be a slave.
So
That's
what
kinda how they
Jesse is
view it.
saying is
Um,
here is working retail and Drow is actual stone cold slavery.
Yeah,
Right,
the
right.
Drow view other races as inferior to them, in a racist sense. The Duragar view other races as inferior to them, as in they think they're just like
Only good for being slaves.
they're only good for being slaves. Like that's what they do. It's just how it is.
I mean, I feel like that's still going to lend itself to the same type of social violence as the other type of thing, just maybe hidden more.
Yeah, I mean,
And I mean, dude, that's
to
how it is
modern
working in
standards,
retail.
it's still bad slavery. Like by modern standards, it's still
Yeah.
bad slavery. Just think of it more like the way the North treated their slaves before slavery was abolished, and the way the South treated their slaves before slavery was abolished. They all kept slaves,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
half of them were getting whipped, and the other were like, "Oh yeah, these are the family slaves."
Right.
You know,
There's a reason they escaped to the north. Fair enough.
right? It's still bad, but
if
know,
there,
it is
so
what it
if
is.
there was a place, right. If there was
by
a place
Underdark
of Demon
standards,
Lord,
it's semi-mild.
Well, racism and slavery aside, on the way to the armor shop, and while we're traveling today, I want to keep an eye out for those goblins.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
you
that's a
guys
good
can
call.
try.
Yeah, I want to keep an eye out for those
goblins.
goblins.
Why don't you make a
See what
perception
they're
check
up to.
to look for the goblins?
I don't trust them
Me too.
Probably wise.
because they're dirty. Yes, exactly. Their race is notoriously dishonorable, greedy, little thieves.
Or
These were
Gunther.
business goblins.
22.
Somewhere in the back of your mind, Mog, you hear a voice go, Hey man, that's like really not cool.
Oh, jeez, man! I can't believe I died and you became a racist or some fucked up shit
I've
like
only met
shit
one
like that,
goblin
man.
that was worth a shit, and even that one barely did anything before he died.
Dang, son.
Multi-class at level 3.
Was a useless goblin for so
Wasn't even
long.
sure what he was gonna do, magic or stab. I didn't really
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are walking along, and Chagall, you got your 22 to keep an eye out for the goblins, and you are headed over towards the clan that will be selling you some armor, hopefully today. And it's not long as you're walking through the streets before you spot Chagall, somebody who is sweeping the streets, and they just have like a large broom, and it looks like they're sweeping the ash and dust of the smog away from the center of the road off into like little side like gullets that appear to be made for this purpose. And as you are all walking by, you see this man kind of like stop, and he looks at all of you and he narrows his eyes and he's just staring at you as you walk by. Yeah, he's just staring
Is
at
this
you guys.
Duragar?
Yeah, he's a Durgar.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
He looks
I'm
funny.
I'm gonna like
Makes sense.
I'm gonna
Makes
I'm gonna
Dagger.
stare stare back at him and blink, and then continue staring, blink a little bit more, and then smirk at him. And
He's gonna walk over to you
do
with
the
his
little
broom in
do the
hand.
little head
He's like
nod.
he's stomping towards you with his broom in hand, and he's gonna wave the handle of his broom, and he's gonna start yelling at you in Dwarvish.
I will cast tongues and say, "Sir, will you please repeat yourself?"
As you cast tongues, he's like mid rant, and he's like, "You people coming to this city, spying for those damn knife ears. You coming down here and try to take away our slaves and bring them up to
I'm
your city. You
I'm
don't
gonna
know what we could
stand.
do. You don't know what the Durgar are capable of. Go back to Menzo
I'm gonna
Baranzan.
stand
I
behind
know what you're
Chagall.
all about."
I'm gonna tilt my head down at this tiny little dude, and I'm gonna give him the scariest horned glare he's ever received from a tiefling.
Okay, you're gonna intimidate.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'm not
Well.
causing any trouble, Crumb.
Yeah, this guy's just yelling at us.
18.
With an 18, he's gonna like stumble back away from you and go, "Guards! They're spies! Spies of the Drow have infiltrated our city! Guards!" And he's just like calling
Will
for
you
help
calm
now.
this man, Chagall?
And he's yelling.
I'm not even. I'm not
There's
even
a
a
little
drow.
there's a little like crowd of like people that are like looking over at this like spectacle going on, and like people are like stopping their work, putting down their crates, like poking heads out of windows as this guy yells.
Let's keep going. That
He's
guy's
just babbling at you, shouting that you
no.
guys are spies of the Drow and stuff.
Can he make a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, are you casting a spell at him?
I sure am.
Okay.
Okay,
I mean,
for the
once
record,
the
I
guards
said
got here-
leave, and then you, Mister. Oh my God, said no. We have to stay.
Natural
We have
one.
to stay.
Well, wow.
He's gonna turn into a very passive hen.
Turn him into a chicken.
Crumb has the right idea.
It's
Once
chicken.
the guards
You
are
turn him
here,
into a chicken, and
I'm gonna
as you
keep
do
fucking
so,
walking.
You hear shutters slam shut as you very like blatantly like cast a spell on this guy. People kind of like back away down the streets, and a couple of guards walk out into the road, and they're like, What's going on here?" And then they see you guys, and they kind of go, "Oh, it's you.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're on our way. Thank you. Everything's fine.
What?"
We'll see you guys later.
This rude man with the.
just grab the
Man,
chicken.
you're the least cool dude.
Okay, well, while that's going on, I'm going to say to the
I'm
guards
gonna do anything.
while he's grabbing up on Mog, I'm gonna say there was a misunderstanding, and we are now leaving. We were being yelled at and accosted by that man with the broom.
They
And
look around for a man with a broom.
He points
see
at
a
the chicken.
yeah, I'm going to actively point at the chicken that should be next to a broom.
There is a broom next to the chicken, and they look down and they go, "You were accosted by a chicken."
Not
Yeah.
a chicken. If you watch that chicken for some time, it will be a man, and he was accosting, and he said that I was a drow, and I will have you know that I am not a drow.
Yeah, he was being a real cock.
That's actually quite clever that you turned him into a chicken because he was really being a cockbeater on that one.
That's what I'm saying.
When you mentioned that he called you a drow, one of the guard is going to tilt his head and go, "Reuben, the street sweeper."
I mean, I unfortunately didn't have time to get his name, but maybe.
Yeah, Reuben the chicken.
Oh,
It's gonna be a
don't mind
Reuben
him.
sandwich, too.
He does that to all outsiders.
Okay.
Alright.
Well,
Well, at least he has recently. He's
In about an hour,
kinda gotten a bit weird lately.
he will maybe he'll have calmed down in an hour from now. But you see
well,
that
I
chicken
feel
there?
like Crumb's probably putting me in a chokehold, so I'll probably drop here in a second.
Oh, okay.
Is ruthless aggression part of the madness that has been scourging the streets?
Can't breathe. Yeah, it definitely is.
No,
Yeah.
polymorph.
I'm just gonna give in to Crumb putting me in a sleeper, and he's gonna pop
Well,
back into his street sweeper
so
space.
here's the
They're
thing
like,
about
"Fly out, you're
polymorph
so strong."
is it's not uh it's not that. It's
It
not.
sure is.
I don't think it is.
It absolutely is concentration.
It has to
I'm
be.
gonna settle this right now.
It's too strong of a
I
fucking
mean, he's
spell
got
to
the
not
spell
be.
looking in front of him.
Yeah, 100% is.
It is.
Yeah, okay. Oh, it's right. They just don't keep making saves against it. That's what it
Right,
is.
no, yeah,
Yeah,
it just...
All right. Well, he's gonna pop back into Duragar, and he's gonna pick right up where he left off, and he's gonna keep shouting at you guys that you're all drow spies, and that
God
you came
damn
here to
it.
spy in the city. And the guards are just gonna like turn to you and go, "We'll take care of this. He's
We
not right in the head.
appreciate
We're
it.
sorry."
Thank you very much. Again,
I appreciate your apology.
Is ruthless aggression a common sign of madness lurking in the streets?
Well, I mean, there has been a lot of strange incidents going on lately, and kind of.
No, they said that he hasn't.
The one that first mentioned goes, "Nah, Ruben wasn't like this until a couple years ago."
All right. Well, hopefully we can get him in the right state of mind. But
And
yeah,
Ruben is like yelling and swinging his broom around. The other guard is like trying to calm him down.
um, for me to do that, it would expend a lot of diamond dust, and I don't feel like spending that on Ruben. That is
That's what
Yeah,
that costs now.
it's a costly spell.
It
Yeah,
does.
you
It
have
costs like
to take a
100
hit of this
gold.
good.
Yeah, I think that it used to not cost anything, and then Wizards of the Coast was like, "Nah, I think we're gonna change that a little bit."
Yep.
Yeah,
So
it's,
now it's
right.
very expensive.
Yeah.
It's like 500 or something like that gold.
it's just
diamond
100.
dust.
Diamond
to it.
dust worth at least 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that real good stuff you get a sniff of. That's sweet candy. Right.
Basically.
Yes.
So it's that level amount of effort.
Yeah.
That I don't currently have in my
I can
equipment.
bop him with one of those. I go, hey,
Wow.
sorry I turned you into chicken. Kind of, not really though. And I just like give him a hard punch on the shoulder, lesser restoration.
Yeah, you hit him with a lesser restoration, and he kind of like blinks for a minute, and he kind of like tilts his head, and then he like shakes his head, and then he starts yelling at you again about being a drow spy, and you're here to spy on him for the drow, and you're reporting the Menzo Brenton on
Fucking
all of
hate
the
this
city's
dude.
activities.
Yes, the sweeper. That's who we're here to report on. All right, shall we go, boys?
Yeah, let's get out of here. This guy sucks.
Bye,
All right.
Ruben. Have fun sweeping.
I
Walk
guess we
away
should have
from,
expected something like this.
from the man who's accusing you of being drow spies.
I knew
He's
they said
probably-
crazy, but
Probably
I'm
crazy.
no drow. Fuck the drow.
Hey, we
Zareth
have one.
is
We have
gonna
one
look
with
at
us.
you.
That's rude, Mog.
Sareth
And
knows.
he's gonna look down at the ground a little sad.
Ah,
I mean, yeah.
I mean, Sarah's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
all
you're
right.
right. Sarah's cool.
I get it.
I think he also agrees slavery is bad, Mog.
Yeah, if you recall, my own people outcast me.
Yeah, that's what I
Although
meant.
to be fair, I did kill somebody.
I mean, we've done things.
Yeah.
I look
I
at the
wasn't
sword that
in my
Azzy's
right
holding.
mind.
And listen. Some of us aren't entirely against slavery, as I stare at Crumb and Ozzy now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, Ozzy, Baron. No, if he wanted to leave, I would let him leave
I
at
think
any time.
acolyte is the word,
Yeah.
but I do still think we should cast Greater Restoration on him. I agree with Crumb in this one.
No,
Unless you
no,
pay
I
him.
no,
agree.
no, 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 no.
You just
no.
might just have to pay him some back pay stuff around that.
No. He is much better off now than he ever was before.
Yeah, but is it really free will? Is it what he really wants to do in his really null core?
Are you saying that he's not significantly happier than your average null?
No, I'm saying he doesn't have I'm saying he doesn't have a real choice.
He was speaking common. I taught him common.
He's under the influence of some
And
sort of greater magic, and you
and
know
it,
it.
and if I remember, I think he could heal things.
No,
I'm
no
gonna
doubt,
I'm
no
gonna
doubt
look at
you've taught him
Shigal and
things,
I'm
but
going to fix him with a stare. Are you a slaver?
I am not a slaver. If Kerr wanted to leave tomorrow, I would say,
I'm
is
gonna
that
put my hands on my hips and furrow my brow and look at the ground and think real hard about whether or not I am cool with Shigal being a slaver.
hey, guys, who thinks I should give him a little hit of that candy when we get back to our place and see if he still wants to be
I
an
think it's the
acolyte?
only actual right thing we can do.
listen, Mug, listen. We should do a little bit more on the Demon Lord thing, and then we can hit him with it, and then if he's crazy, we can kill him, and then we can get the oils and
All
resurrect him
right,
as
so
a different thing.
that's like a end credits type
Yeah,
of
yeah.
thing. All right, cool, I get you. All
That's
right.
like the Marvel scene at the end of the
The end
credit.
credits scene, yes.
Oh
is
yeah,
us
you were gonna
going
turn
back
him
to
into
him.
not a null. That's
And
right.
and who knows? Okay, maybe
Forgot about
Kerr
that plan.
is turned into a different thing, and then my character is actually Kerr.
Absolutely is straight up just a null.
I'll fucking do it. If he gets cool, if he gets turned into a cool enough race, I'll just be Kerr in the next campaign.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
cool.
dude, that's a promise now. I'm doing that.
That's so
Yeah.
good, dude. I love
all right,
that.
yeah.
I mean,
let's kill.
canonically, the next campaign we're running is right after this. So
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not.
He could
I'm not.
totally
I'm,
just
I'm
go to the
probably
surface.
not gonna be a
Alright.
cleric though, because it's. I've done
That's
this
a
for the
great
entire
after
campaign.
game idea. I love
Yeah,
that. We
yeah.
kill
If no
him
one else
after,
wants
and
to-
that's your new character.
If no one else
That's
wants
so
to, I'll
good.
volunteer.
That's so good.
yeah, I mean, I assumed you guys wanted to roll up different like archetypes
Styles
from
of
what
character.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I
you are. You're
will.
probably sick of what you are. At
I
this
will.
point.
I will
I love
definitely.
this character.
I will
Yeah.
definitely be
Yeah,
Kerr.
I
Just,
love this
just
character.
not as a cleric, but that is it.
All right, so are we continuing on to this armor smith, or
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
you are. It is 10 though, so we're probably gonna wrap up for this week, and we will pick back up with you guys heading over to Clan Thangrind to buy some armor next week.
Sweet.
nice?
But I'm glad you guys are finally in the city. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's
How long have you had the notes prepped for this?
a long time.
Dude, this is beginning of the campaign shit.
Yeah, I've had to readapt some things.
Okay.
The blue one or the red one? No. That's a homebrew encounter that was designed to give you a plot hook.
Nice.
love it.
Like I said, I've had to adapt a lot of things because a lot of the existing plot hooks are like designed around level 3 encounters.
You
Yeah,
get captured
we
by the
really
level 2 guards.
threw it sideways on you that one day.
Yeah, it's like actually we're gonna go to Gragglestug. I was like, okay, I'll make it work.
What was the path and what did they actually do? That like such a diversion.
Well, what's supposed to happen is when you get out of Valkenjelv, which is the slave pen that you start in level 1, you're supposed to wander around the whole Underdark trying to get out. And basically, like, Gracklestug is supposed to be posed as, like, yeah, this is probably the closest place you can get out, and also the Kuotua can bring you there. But then when you get there, the Durgar are like, yeah, you're slaves now, again. So then you like
Surprise!
yeah. So then you either escape Gracklestug or you like earn the respect of the Duragar, etc., by
That's funny.
solving their problems and stuff.
The other thing that we somehow did, which I forget how we did it, and it just hasn't been done. I'm sure it's been done, but like capturing Asha.
Yeah,
No,
that was
that's
dope.
yeah. Asha's like a mini boss that you're supposed to kill. Just die. Like,
Yeah.
kill her.
You
And
just
instead, you
capture her.
guys captured her and brainwashed her over a period of
And
time.
dragged her around for the whole first
Stockholm
year of the
syndrome.
campaign.
Yeah.
And made nightly persuasion checks to try to talk her around
Wow,
killing
that's
her.
Well, Crumb did.
brainwashing.
Crumb
Holy
did. Crumb did.
cow.
Yeah.
Crumb did.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did
it's
like sing to
Oh
her
my
and tell
it's
told her
god.
the
stories
yeah,
and
it's
like
that Looney Tunes is the skunk and the cat.
Yeah.
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 'Cause he's a dwarf and she's a drow. It's just like they're not
Uh.
matched at all. He's like kisses up her arm. He's like,
I'm still
that was
surprised you
Crumb.
never went to see Asha.
She gets a bucket of paint dropped on her.
I had a whole page ready to go.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. I told you where to find her. I said where she was. Just yet. I mean, when are you going back? I mean, if you're gonna like summon the demons in Menzo Brandon, she's probably gonna die. Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, when we go there,
He
we
might be
are
able to.
persona non grata. I think you guys remember. There's a dude there who's like, "Oh, you don't want to tell me why you were doing all this and what you plan on doing with the demon lords? I'll kill you if you ever come
Yeah.
back." Because he thinks
Yeah.
that we're gonna nuke the city. Because we're gonna nuke the city.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he failed some
Jarlaxle's not
deception
wrong.
checks. And he was on you.
Yes, like a fly on shit. He said, "No, no, 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 no."
Yes, sir. I like Jarlaxle. He's actually supposed to be a major character in another campaign that I really want to run. What the hell is it called?
He's
Um,
gonna die.
I mean, he might die, and then if we ever
He
run
could
that, I'd
still
have
be in
to
our
figure it
next
out. But
campaign if he's
it's not
alive.
it's not Rise of Tiamat, so it's
Okay.
hold on, let me see here. It's a cool one. It's called. It's in this list. It's got to be. Got to be in this list. Got to be.
Is that
Got to
Waterdeep?
be. Yeah, Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
he's a major character in Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
not if he's
Well,
dead.
isn't Waterdeep just a series of different like just random like story events basically?
Yeah, it's a different kind of campaign because it's like
Yeah.
a heist. So it's
Yeah.
like yeah, it is. The idea is that you're like the thing I like most about that campaign is that it's a rival party campaign, which means that there is a second party of adventurers run by the DM,
Hmm.
and there's like rules around that, and you're like competing against them to obtain the same goal before they do. So I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. Um, so maybe I'll run that someday. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
We'll see. We'll see how long Rise of Tiamat is. I actually watched like a video that has me a little worried because it rated Rise of Tiamat and Horde of the Dragon Queen as like the worst
Oh
pre-written campaign.
no.
So we'll
Really?
see. We'll see how it goes. I mean,
Huh.
if I can fix it up and make it good no matter
Yeah.
what. But
I'm
if we
sure it'll
hate
still be
it, we can
sick.
always play something else. No big deal.
Word. Wow.
Wow.
Published.
Mm.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I've seen those.
What store was that at? Oh, like over in California. Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
That is fascinating. I've always like thought like somehow monetizing like D&D, not like the company to do it, but like me personally, like if I could make material for people and get paid for it, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that
Right?
would be dope.
Like I would totally do prep for people for money, like on Fiverr or something. It's like, oh, give me like
It's
Dude,
almost certainly that
like
option,
doing
dude.
homework for people, but
pretty
it's like
much, yeah,
give me
yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's like
What
prep
nerdy shit
Oh,
on
prep
this?
me a session and I'll give you $10. I would do that.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude, I wish fucking D&D Beyond's fucking homebrew system was like way more intuitive. It kind of sucks ass
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
problem with Roll20, like I'm actually designing like my own like 5e system kind of around this like progression fantasy series. Like I'm playing it on Tuesdays with my other group of friends who also read the books. And I tried to use Roll20 because they actually have like a JavaScript web tool where you can design your own character sheets and like set up your own logic for dice rolls and stuff. And it's so fucking complicated. It's almost impossible to figure out. So I just gave up and I'm just doing it all by hand
Yeah.
because it's like you have to literally know how to be a web developer to make it work.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hey, quick question for you guys. While we were talking about next campaign,
Mm.
I wanted to ask all of you, while I have you all here and I'm thinking about it, how would you guys feel if I brought Sierra in for the next campaign? My girlfriend.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm down.
Cool.
Yeah, we already talked about that. Yeah, you already talked to me about it. I'm down with whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, another person.
right.
And Sierra's like wicked fucking creative with shit too, and she's more consistent than some other individuals who we've played D&D with before. So.
Yes. Yeah.
No, not even that. I'm talking about
Bro,
fucking the
Malkindar
other
is
friend
tripping
me
through
and
time.
fucking
It's not his
Scanner in,
fault.
dog. Oh yeah, Matt. I thought you were talking about Matt Kimbar, but yeah, Matt.
No,
and then
no,
there's a
no.
fucking
Matt
couple other
Windsor.
people. Like
There's
yeah,
a couple Mats there.
yeah,
Fucking
It's
Matt.
not his fault.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's I'm down with that for sure.
Yeah, I'm
Cool.
down.
Very cool.
As long as she's down to role play, I'm
She
good.
is definitely down to roleplay, and she's
Yeah.
not like new to D&D. Like she runs a campaign for me and my friends on Saturdays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, Sierra,
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
good.
know if it's the same world but she created, but we were gonna try to play like a while ago and she straight up created like a whole ass fucking world, dude.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah. That's
That
up
time
to
she
you
played
guys.
Jim Jar.
Jim
She's
Jar's
like,
gonna
I'm gonna
die.
sneak attack this giant monster with no one else around me.
That was funny.
You know what though? Jim Jar made it.
He
He
did
sure
make it.
did.
And he's better than ever now. He's
Yeah,
yeah.
it definitely was before we knew he was a whole ass
He
guy.
was just gonna be fine.
I had a plan if he died.
Yeah, he was gonna explode into godhood, and we're all gonna be like, "Oh, fuck!"
No, nothing like that. I
God,
do
fuck.
wonder sometimes like how the campaign would have been different if like various NPCs had survived.
Like, what's his
Yeah,
name? The wizard's associate or
topsy and
apprentice?
turvy.
Yeah, Topsy and Turvy are alive. Actually, they're in Blingdenstone.
Oh, good for them.
You met them, remember? You found
I
them
don't.
again. They live with the
Oh.
were-rats. Because they're were-rats. But Eldeth, the red-haired dwarf, she died. Prince Darendil, the crazy Quaggoth. I mean, Boopito made it, obviously. We saw how that turned out. I don't think it's possible to keep Ront alive. I really don't. The way that he's supposed to be run,
Oh my
it's
God, we
just
tried.
impossible.
We tried twice.
How did he end up dying?
Just charging into battle like an idiot.
Oh,
Inagu killed
okay.
him.
That's right. Somebody just just turned him into meat.
Yeah, he like went running in and it's just like a whap.
Well, the first time he died, it was you guys. He was unarmed, and they were like, "Charge!" And he was like, "Ron, charge!" And they were like, "Charge!" And he was like, "Okay." And he ran in unarmed, and he got killed by a drow guard.
Oh, good. Did he at least buy them time?
No,
No.
he died
That
like
was
instantly.
super ineffective.
He was
Run, charge!
he was a level 1 unarmed orc barbarian. He died instantly.
Yes, the 12 HP he had was not that good.
It wasn't enough. Wasn't enough.
Cut right in half.
Pour one out for
Alright.
my homie.
Well, this was fun, dudes.
Yeah, it's
that was
good to
good.
be back.
Let's grab some more fucking city drama up, huh? Immediately getting accosted.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Love
Sorry
it.
about last weekend, boys. I forgot that it was Sunday and also was super hungover. So
Yes.
I
Sure
woke
You
up.
were at a Halloween party. I saw the pictures on Facebook.
Yeah, I woke up and said I cannot possibly roleplay today.
Yeah.
What just for curiosity's sake, what time did you wake up at?
So I'm on this rhythm now where I have been waking up, but that particular day I think it was like 11 or 10 or something, because
That's not so bad.
I accidentally stayed at Matt and Allie's house.
Ah.
Despite me having my contacts in my eyeball, so I had to
Oh,
like
no.
take
That's
them out.
never good.
That's
Never
not a good morning, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Well, we
but
got
like
to play tonight, so that was dope.
yeah, during the week I've been waking up at like fucking 6 though. Even
Nice,
like
dude.
today I woke up at 6. Oh no, it's not nice. I
I
hate
mean, you
doing
Oh
have
that.
to.
no.
Yeah. But like today, like I didn't have work until 9, but I still like woke up at 6 and was like, oh, I gotta go to
Yeah.
work, and then I
You
felt
got a
bad.
pattern now.
Yeah.
You got a sleep schedule.
Yep.
Unlike what
Hey.
you had when you lived here.
Short week this
Correct,
week.
correct. Oh, dude, I know. Every time
Friday
that we
off.
get one of these fucking weird weekdays off, I book all of my fucking shit that I can't do because I work.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
Haircuts and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
First
Dude,
thought,
wait until
haircuts.
Christmas when you just
Oh
like
my
get a whole
god, dude.
fucking
When
week off paid
with
and you're just
Christmas
like, what do I
break,
do?
dude, I'm gonna fucking double dip, dude, because I'm gonna get Christmas
Double
paid weeks.
dip.
Hopefully they do 2 weeks again, instead of just 1. But I'm just gonna try to work like whenever I want at Apple
Yeah,
and get fucking double downed on that money, dude.
that's up
Hell
to
yeah.
you, man. You're on that grind. I respect it.
Making that
Dude,
money.
have you
Alright.
seen what my car looks like?
Alright.
Yeah, I gotta get the exhaust done at the end of the month.
I mean, if you work them holiday hours at Apple and you get the pay from Harvard, I feel like you could like put a down payment on a car with just that week.
Yeah, dude, that would be sick.
What was the way to heat the furnaces before?
Oh,
What, in-
I get it.
Oh, in
Yeah.
Gracklestug? That is a
Yeah.
great question for the Keepers of the Flame.